Today I'm checking out this drone that's got GPS, it's got infrared avoidance. This was sent to me at no cost so I could do this review. So let's take this thing out of the box and check it out. When you take the drone out of the box, you're going to find this nice little semi-soft shell case here. Really nice to be able to store your drone in. Let's open up this. When you open up the case, this is what you're going to find inside. You've got a little kit here that comes with a Phillips head screwdriver, charging cable, some extra blades. So that's pretty cool to have. The drone itself, you're going to need a user manual and a quick start guide, 2 batteries, a set of batteries for the remote, and then the remote itself. This is a pretty sophisticated little drone. Like I said, it has GPS built in. It's got this infrared avoidance here, so it helps when this thing is flying around to keep it from hitting like trees or obstacles. It'll try to navigate itself away. So that is really cool. That's something I need because I'll probably be tearing up blades like crazy. Let me get this thing all charged up so we can play with it. All right, so we've got the drone out in a field now. I've got the batteries charged up. As you can see, it's blinking. I went in and got all the calibrations and everything that you need to do before you set this thing into flight. It's very simple to do the calibrations. Just follow the steps. It even comes with that quick start guide that goes step by step everything you need to do. I also have the app installed and it's synced with my phone using the wireless that's built into this drone. And it's got, extra features on this one. Of course, it's got the GPS. It's also got this little module on the top that's kind of like an object avoidance system. We have it in an open field, so I'm not really going to have to use that, luckily. But it is meant to, keep you from hitting objects, buildings, trees, things like that. I think I have everything ready to go, so we're going to get this thing in the air. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the takeoff. So the first thing you need to do is, it says in the manual to push these 2 little buttons down left. All right, now it's ready, and then I'm just going to tell it to lift off. So there's a button to lift off and land. You just click the button, look at it. Just gets ready for you to fly it. And this thing is so easy to fly. You can, just move the elevation buttons. You can move around. It is really stable compared to other drones that I've played with in this price range. And I mean, it's a little windy even right now, and this thing is not really affected by the wind. Now, I'm not going to say a big gust isn't going to take it off, but it's really holding up well with the wind we have. So very cool. I'm going to fly it around a little bit, not go too crazy. But yes, super stable. I'm going to go ahead and get some altitude. It's just really stable in this wind. I'm actually a little surprised in that because it's a very light drone, so pretty happy with that so far. If you look at the controller, I mean, you can see what it's showing. Pretty decent quality video there. And here I can, basically make it spin around and show different things. Pretty nice images. So I'm going to go ahead and, try out its just basic movements. Like I said, we've got some wind today, and it's still running really stable for the amount of, wind we have. I thought the wind would be messing with it, but it's not. I'm going to go ahead and go up. Yeah, and still even higher up where there's wind, really not moving it around at all. I can move any direction, even into the wind. It's not as fast as moving away from the wind, but it's still moving pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and try faster speed. All right, so this is supposed to be more dramatic. I see, so it definitely tilts more when it's turning, makes it move faster. All right, so I went ahead and landed it again. The takeoff and landing feature that it has on the remote is great. It goes up on its own, it comes down on its own. But this is a GPS enabled drone, so I want to try the return to home feature, which uses the GPS to basically go out, do whatever you need it to do. You tell it to return to home, and it's supposed to come back and land, somewhere near where it took off. So I'm going to go ahead and again get this thing ready to take off. We're going to take off. I am going to fly it around, gain some altitude, you know, have it where it's not anywhere near where it was. All right, so we're not anywhere near where it took off, and I'm gonna tell it now, let's return home. So it's gonna gain a little bit of altitude, figure out where it's at, and then come home. I'm not doing anything with the remote. This is doing it all on its own. It is now coming down a little bit. Here it comes. Seems like it is a little cautious on what it's doing, which that's probably good. Slowly losing altitude, and it's coming back pretty close. I mean, it took off where the case is, and it landed just a couple feet away. I mean, that's pretty good. GPS accuracy, throws that off a little bit, but to me, that's great. I mean, it comes back to where you were. So, yeah, very neat drone. A lot of cool features. Way more features than I can go over in this video, but this is a really cool drone. This is more of an intermediate level drone, so I wouldn't call this a beginner drone, but if you are a beginner and you take it easy, I think you can learn a lot from this drone. So, yeah, very impressed. Definitely a drone I'm keeping. All right, well, I hope this video was helpful. Thank y'all very much. Take care.